Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing well and you've had a really good week. Wanted to bring you a fresh class plan this weekend. So our theme for today is going to be on isolation, which is one of our fundamentals in Pilates, is isolating specific muscles, and we do that by trying to hone in on our mind and body connection. So our mind speaks to those muscles that we're trying to work, and it tells other muscles to relax. So we're going to have a bit of a focus on isolation today, so I really hope you enjoy the class. We're going to get started just as usual, relaxing through our neck and our shoulders. So we'll just start by turning your head over to one shoulder, standing feet and knees hip width apart, and let's just start to introduce some gentle movement into the neck. So then coming back to the middle, over to the other shoulder, and we're just going to do that a few times now, just back and forth gently with the neck. And let's start to just deepen the breath. And just taking a few deep breaths just helps to allow your mind to tune into your body. We'll start to relax our shoulders down as well. Good. Let's do one more. And we'll come back to the middle. We're going to take it into your squishy peach now. So dropping your chin down to your collarbone and holding that there. Any stretch in the top of the back and your shoulders. And then let's lift up, take your head gently back towards the sky. And we'll do that a few times in your own breath. Let's do one more of each. Good, and we'll come back to centre. So keep your head facing forward now. Let's tip your ear over to one shoulder and then slide your opposite hand down your side, getting stretched down the side of your neck. Make sure you're not tipping down towards the floor here. You're still facing straight ahead. Good, let's come back to the middle and just gently tip to the other side now, other shoulder. Slide your opposite hand down. Keep breathing here and relaxing the shoulders back. Lovely, let's come back to the middle, into your squishy peach, chin to the collarbone, and let's slowly roll that squishy peach up to one shoulder, and then drop your chin and slowly roll to the other side. Let's do a few. So just keep your shoulders nice and heavy here. Maybe just getting a little bit closer to the collarbone. Let's do one more. Few clunks with that one. Good, we'll come back to the middle now. We're going to loosen off the shoulders and the chest muscles now, so keep your elbows nice and relaxed. We're going to bring your shoulders forward, up, back and then down, but in one nice flowing movement now, so a nice big circle. So it's just your shoulders that we're isolating here, so your arms are relaxed, elbows are soft. We don't want the biceps tensing up here. We just want to isolate these shoulder muscles and all these muscles, these little matrix of muscles that are in our shoulder joints, our shoulder girdle as it's also called. Okay, so squeezing your shoulders up to your ears and then pinch your shoulder blades back together. Good. We're going to lift the elbows up now as well, so this is going to just start to target our chest muscles a bit more. And hands onto the shoulders if you can, if that's comfortable. Taking your elbows round in a nice big circle. Good, let's do one more. Good. And taking your arms by your sides, we're going to reverse that direction. So shoulders on their own, coming back, up, forwards and down. Okay, so let's just keep that going. Other direction. Really pull your shoulders forward. And then let's start to lift the elbows now. We'll get into the chest muscles a bit more and the tops of the shoulders. Hands onto your shoulders if that's comfortable. And then pull your elbows in front. Good, let's do one more. Lovely. Arms by your sides. We're going to get into alignment now. Okay, so knees are nice and soft. Let's get your pelvis into neutral. So isolate your pelvis. Let's start to tip back and forth. Imagine that your pelvis like a bucket of water, and just make that move smaller and smaller until you settle in the middle, so our bucket of water is nice and level now. Pull your tummy muscles in slightly, relax your arms down. Let's inhale as we shrug your shoulders right up to your ears. Helium balloons are on now, one on each ear. And as you exhale, melt your shoulders down as we lengthen into your spine and into your neck. Let's lift your rib cage up as well now. Big inhale, lift your ribs up, keep your rib cage lifted. As you exhale to melt your shoulders down and lengthen through your spine. Let's bring the shoulders up one last time. Turning your palms out now to face the front. So you want to rotate outwards from your shoulders here. Keep your rib cage lifted, and then we'll melt your shoulders back down. And feel your shoulder blades sliding down your back. So they're now sitting flush against the back of your rib cage. And elastoplasty your shoulder blades now so they don't move, taking your arms by your sides. So into your corkscrew, let's inhale, we'll float the arms up to shoulder height. Exhale to melt your shoulders. And inhale, exhale, let's pull your arms all the way down now as we lengthen your spine. So our focus here is on our spine. Imagine you're pulling one end of your spine away from the other, so the crown of your head is pulling away from your tailbone. Just use your breath, exhale, float the arms as you pull up into the spine. Let's do one more. Lovely, guys. And relax. We're going to do a little bit of work in standing today, just for 5 minutes. So your feet and knees are hip width apart. Okay, we're going to hold our standing alignment still. So we're still lengthening the spine. Your shoulders are relaxed, your tummy muscles are pulled in slightly. We're going to start with our heel peels. Okay, so you can't see my feet, but we're going to be peeling one heel away and lowering it back down. We're going to change legs. Okay, so as you inhale, let's lift one heel up. Good. And then exhale, press that heel back down as you lengthen through your spine. Let's change legs now. So inhale, other heel is lifting. And then exhale, press your heel down and lengthen through your spine a bit more. So just change legs, keep that going now. So I want you to not let your pelvis tip here, okay? So isolate your core muscles here. See if you can lace your corset. See if you can pull your hip bones towards each other. Keep your tummy muscles in nice and strong. Okay, and just think about holding this standing alignment now as your heels are lifting. You can imagine some headlights on your hip bones, so you want to keep your lights pointed straight ahead and not letting them wobble up and down. Good, let's do one more. We're going to add in the opposite arm now as well. So as you inhale, let's lift the opposite arm up, lift in the opposite heel, exhale to bring everything down. Changing arms and legs, inhale, floating up. Keep your shoulder blade in place. Exhale to lower and lengthen. Okay, so when we're in standing, we're really targeting our back muscles. Okay, back muscles are working really hard, but we can use our core to help keep everything nice and steady and to support our back. Let's do one more. Okay, good. We're going to keep your arms by your sides. This time we're going to lift both heels up together. So taking it to a wall if you need to. Let's pull your belly button in. So isolate your core to really help with your balance. Relax your shoulders. Let's inhale. Let's slowly lift both heels up together. Just in frame still. Good. And then exhale and slowly bring it down with control. Lace your corset. Isolate your core. Good. Let's keep that going now. So inhale to lift. And then exhale to slowly lower down. Lovely, guys. So we're still lengthening through your spine. Keep your chin slightly tucked in here. And your shoulders relax. So it's all about our core and our back muscles. Let's do one more. Good, so this time let's lift both heels up together, big inhale to lift, And as you exhale, let's lower one heel back down. Keep your other heel lifted. Good. And then inhale, lift that same heel back up. And then exhale, let's press your other heel down. And then inhale to lift it back up. Good. Just keeping your arms by your sides. Lace your corset, so feel your hip bones pulling in towards each other. Pull your belly button in. And again, thinking about your headlights, so not letting your pelvis tip over to one side. Okay, let's make this your last one. Let's keep both heels lifted if you can. We're going to try to lower down really slowly, as slow as you can. So lace your corset, belly button in, shoulders relaxed. Let's exhale and slowly bring it down. Feel your calf muscles screaming at you here. Good. Have a good shake out there, guys. Lovely. Sorry about my feet on the mat, it's really noisy. So we're going to make our way down onto the floor now. And just give me a second to readjust my camera. Okie doke. So we're going to keep your legs bent when you get down. And we're going to get into alignment again. So you've got a little pillow, just making sure it's not too far down your neck here. Tucking in your chin. Okay, let's keep your knees bent, arms by your sides. So just take a few deep breaths when you get down there. And we'll just start to tune into our body. Okay, so tucking in your chin, just getting some extra length into your neck. Let's take a nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, let the back of your ribs just melt into the ground. Arms by your sides, palms facing the sky. Sliding your arms out a little, feel your shoulder blades flattening out behind you. Okay, so upper body is in alignment. We'll work on the lower body now. So let's get your pelvis into neutral. So isolate your pelvis and start to tip it back and forth. Gently pressing your lower back into the floor and then gently arching away. Making each move smaller and smaller until you settle round about the middle. So we're not pressing down too firmly through your lower back, just following the natural curve that we have there through our lower spine. Your feet and knees are hip width apart. You should have as much weight in your toes as you do your heels, so just let that guide you as to how far away to have your feet from your body. Okay, and you're evenly spreading your weight out into all 4 points of your feet. So we're in alignment now. We're going to go through your breathe in. Let's start to isolate and wake up these corset muscles. So let's inhale as we take your breath into the sides of your body. And as you exhale, let's pull each side of your rib cage in towards each other, so across your upper body. And inhale, exhale to pull across your rib cage and now pull down on your tummy muscles, so belly button into your spine. And we'll inhale into the sides of your rib cage. Exhale, pull across your ribs, pull down on your tummy muscles and pull across the front of your hip bones as well now. So isolating those lower abdominals. We'll put this all together now. So let's inhale. And as you exhale, lace your corset now. So pulling across your ribs, abdominals and your hip bones. Take a few breaths now in your own time. So as you inhale, breathe in sideways into your body. And as you exhale, pulling all of your core muscles, isolating those muscles and tightening them in towards your spine. Okay, so scanning down your body now, your head is heavy on your pillow. The back of your hands are heavy on the floor. The back of your shoulders are just melted down into the ground. And the back of your hips are feeling heavy and they're also feeling even, so we're not tipping too much weight into one side of your body compared to the other. And we've got all 4 points of your feet nicely grounded down into the floor as well. So we're going to hold our alignment, but we're going to add one leg into tabletop and do a few of our corset breaths. I'm going to talk you through getting the leg lifted. So let's inhale to prepare. Exhale, lace your corset. So ribs, abdominals, pull across your hip bones. And let's slowly start to lift one knee up now. So we're going to lift one leg into a tabletop position. So your thigh is at a right angle with your upper body and your lower leg parallel to the floor. Inhale again now from here. Exhale and lace your corset. We're going to keep this leg lifted now. Okay, so I want you to think about isolating your corset muscles now to hold your alignment, but relax your legs. So how much can you really relax through your thigh muscles here? So tell your quads to switch off. Okay, and just keeping your breath into the sides of your ribs, lacing your corset a bit more on every exhale. Scanning down your body, checking your shoulders, checking the back of your hips are feeling even, and your pelvis has it tipped to one side. So if you can, we're going to try to straighten this leg out now. So let's inhale to prepare. Exhale and lace your corset. Keep relaxing through your thigh as much as possible. We're going to slide your foot further away from your body now. So imagine your foot is on a table and we're just sliding it further away. So your foot is still parallel to the floor and your leg will start to straighten. Keep your knee soft so your leg is still relaxed and isolate your corset muscles. Good, keep breathing. Okay, inhale into the sides of the body and then exhale to lace your corset. Scanning down, checking your shoulders, checking your hips and your pelvis. Releasing your lower back arch now. If you want to, you can also lower your leg if you want to challenge yourself. But keep it relaxed. So just keep isolating your core and relaxing your leg muscles. Good, let's steadily bring that leg back into tabletop now. Take your time. Good, let's inhale. Exhale and lace your corset. So keep your leg bent now. Keep that right angle between your thigh and lower leg as we slowly bring your foot down to the floor. Good. Just reset the body. We're going to do that again on the other leg now. Okay, so let's inhale to prepare. Exhale, lace your corset. We're going to slowly bring your other leg up now. Just taking the weight of that leg into your core as soon as it leaves the floor. Okay, back of your hips are even, making sure it hasn't tipped over to that side. Inhale again. Exhale, lace your corset. Relax your thigh. Just do a few breaths here with this leg lifted. Okay. We're going to try to straighten this leg out. So inhale to prepare. Exhale, lace your corset. Keep your leg relaxed as it moves. We're going to slide your foot further away. So don't let your lower back arch up anymore now. Keep your pelvis back in neutral. Keep your corset tight. Abdominals, lower abdominals are laced up. Your knee is soft. And then if you want to, we can lower this leg. Isolate your core. Relax your leg muscles. Well done. Keep breathing. Good. Let's steadily bring that leg back in. Take your time, not letting any part of your alignment move here. When you're ready, inhale. Exhale, lace your corset, moving from your hip. Let's slowly bring your foot down. So try to not bend your knee anymore as your leg lowers. Lovely, guys. Have a little breather there. Let's hug your knees up into your chest. Have a good stretch out for your back. Just rocking out side to side or back and forth. Did a little bit of yoga yesterday. My back is quite tender today. Naughty. I should know better. Putting myself into poses I really shouldn't be doing. I knew at the time it wasn't good, but I just did it anyway, which is not great. Not one fault. Okay, let's take those feet back down. Okay, we're just going to do some single tabletop legs now. We're going to add in the arms. So let's float your arms up, fingers pointed up, arms slightly wider than shoulder width apart. Let's melt the shoulder blades back into the sand and flatten into the rib cage. Okay, you might want to take your heels a bit further away from your body just to challenge yourself, and we'll make sure the hips are even and your pelvis is in neutral. Okay, so let's inhale, exhale, lace your corset. Let's lift one leg into tabletop now. We're going to add in the arms and take them overhead. Okay, so your knee is coming above your hip, it isn't coming any closer than that, or your back will start to rest on the floor. So we're keeping everything in neutral. Inhale, exhale, lace your corset, relax your arms now as we slowly float them back in, as we lower your foot back down. Moving from your hip as your leg moves. We're going to change legs. Let's keep that going now. So just in your own time, lacing your corset. As your arms travel back now, just think about the upper body. Okay, so using your upper core muscles now a bit more to not let your ribs lift or your back arch. And let's think about our isolation here. So we want to relax through your leg muscles as much as possible and relax your arms. So we've got heavy, floaty arms and a heavy leg, so that we can really isolate our core muscles here and get them working. And the more you can isolate these muscles, the more you'll get them working. And that is something that you'll get better at over time. So you can actually make your moves more difficult and more challenging just by speaking to your core muscles and just getting them to work a bit harder. Good, let's do one more. Lovely, guys. Let's hug one knee into your chest. Let's stretch out the hip flexors. Press your lower back into the floor. Slide your other leg away, letting your foot flop out to the side, and then sliding that leg out a little. And we're just going to hold it here and relax. Okay, so as you press your lower back into the floor and we keep your foot relaxed out, we're just helping to lengthen one end of the muscle away from the other. So we're trying to get into these muscles inside your hip and within the pelvis. So taking a few deep breaths and really try to relax your hip here and your thigh. Just switching those muscles off. If you want to, you can take your knee out to the side. Just keep the back of your hips in place. And just keep relaxing through your thigh. We hold a lot of tension in our hips actually. So sometimes just when you actually think about telling your hips to relax, you then notice how much tension you were holding, gripping onto within that area. Giving your glutes a good squeeze now, so squeeze your bum cheek and keep relaxing through your thigh. We're just squeezing the muscles behind, getting those muscles in front to relax a bit more. Good, so let's relax there, bring that straight leg back in and up into the chest. Have a little rock out again side to side. Let's change over now, so other knee hugged in. Keep pressing your lower back into the floor, slide your other leg away, let your foot relax out, and then sliding that leg out a little until you find that stretch. Let's hold it there and relax into it, taking some deep breaths. Just let your hips soften a bit more on your exhale. Taking your other knee out to the side, let's hold it there. Keep the back of your hips pressed down. Okay, and the other thing with isolation is the more we practice it, we're working on that mind and body connection. Our mind is speaking to our muscles. We're telling certain muscles to relax and certain muscles to switch on. And the more that we practice this, the easier it'll be to speak to those muscles. You'll start to get a better response and a quicker response from them as well. And if you think back to when you first started the class, give your glutes a squeeze now, guys, squeeze your bum cheek. If you think back to when you first started doing these classes, and maybe at the start you weren't sure if you were lacing your corset, and now if you think, how far you've come and how much easier, hopefully, it is to target those muscles, you'll just see how much you've actually progressed when it comes to the mind and body connection. So quite interesting. So just bring that leg back in now. Let's hug that knee back in, just having a little stretch out side to side. Okay, good. Let's take your feet back down. Okay, we're going to take the legs out straight now. We're going to do some pseudo leg lifts. So this is the move when we go as if to lift a leg from the floor, but we don't actually lift the leg, we just go as if to. It's quite a small controlled movement, and then we're trying to isolate our corset muscles as much as we can. So quite a strange one, sort of real less is more. Kind of goes with our theme this morning. So let's get into alignment, relax your shoulders, palms facing up. Try to get your pelvis in neutral as best you can from here, so tipping back and forth, settling in the middle. Making sure your lower back isn't arching up too much now with the weight of the legs out straight. Okay, so let's inhale to prepare. Exhale and lace your corset. We're going to go as if to lift a leg now from the floor, so let your leg muscles tense up and just go as if you're about to lift your heel away, but don't lift your leg. And just hold that, lace your corset, ribs, abdominals, pull across your hips. And inhale to relax, let's change legs. So exhale, lace your corset, go as if to lift your other leg now. Okay, just holding that, not quite lifting your heel. And just see how much you can lace your corset and relax your shoulders. Good, inhale to release. Let's keep that going now, just changing legs each time. So try to not let any tension creep up within the shoulders or your neck here. You just want to isolate your corset muscles and that leg that we're trying to almost lift. So those leg muscles can tense up a bit. But if you keep your knee slightly soft, that just helps to not let your heel lift. So we're just tricking your core muscles here into thinking it's about to take this weight from the floor and breaking down this move. Good, let's make this your last. And then relax, we're going to do that with both legs together this time. So let's inhale, exhale, lace your corset, go as if to lift both legs together now. So quite important you don't lift the heels this time. Hold that, lace your corset, relax your shoulders. Good, and inhale to relax. Let's do a few. Okay, so your ribs are pulling in together, your belly button's pulled into your spine, and your hip bones are really tightening across the front of the body. Lower abdominals, everything tightening in towards your centre, towards your spine. Let's do one more. Lovely guys, and just relax, suspend your legs in, hug your knees up, have a stretch. Rock your back out side to side or circling the knees round one way then the other. Okay, it's a funny move but really effective. We're going to take your feet down, so keep the legs bent this time. Okay, just get the pelvis into neutral. We're going to keep your arms down, palms up, shoulders relaxed. We're going to progress that first move we did. We're going to lift both legs up together but one at a time into tabletop. We'll keep the legs lifted, do a few breaths, and then we'll try to straighten the legs out one at a time as well. So quite a challenging move. You can just take it to single legs and just change legs each time. That's your option for this one. So just listen to your body. If your back is screaming at you with this one, then just take one foot down and stick with your singles. Okay, so let's inhale to prepare. Exhale, lace your corset. We're going to slowly bring our first leg up, so instantly relax your thigh. Okay, use your corset to take the weight of this leg. Are the back of your hips feeling even here? Scan down and have a check. Inhale again when you're ready. Exhale and lace your corset. Let's slow this move down now as we lift your second leg up. So take your time and instantly flatten down on your tummy muscles here so we don't have the abdominals bulging out. And the weight of both legs, you might feel your lower back wanting to arch up here, so we're going to press back into our neutral position. Relax our shoulders and just take a few corset breaths here with both legs lifted. Now relax your thighs, quite difficult with both legs in the air. And do your best, breathing into the sides of your body and exhaling to lace your corset a bit tighter. Good. So you can either keep the legs lifted here, or we can try to straighten the legs out one at a time. So let's inhale to prepare. Exhale and lace your corset. So keep your foot parallel to the ground. We're going to straighten one leg out. Sliding your foot along that table away from your body. Your leg will start to straighten, but just take it as far as you want to go. Might feel a bit shaky like I am. Okay, and if you want to, you can also lower that leg, but just listen to your body. Good. Not letting your lower back lift, and lacing your corset. Let's steadily bring that leg back in. Just keep your thigh as relaxed as possible. Good. Reset. Relax your shoulders. Inhale. Exhale. Lace your corset. Let's try to straighten your other leg out now. You're doing great. Not letting your back lift or your ribs lift here. Isolate your core. Pull your hips together. Tummy muscles down. And let's steadily bring that leg back in. Relax your thighs, give your toes a little wiggle here. Good. Inhale, exhale, lace your corset. We're going to slowly bring your first leg back down. So keep that right angle. Move from your hip as you lower your leg. Good. Inhale, exhale, lace your corset. We'll slowly bring the second leg down with control. And breathe. Whew. Well done. Really hot now. Let's hug your knees up. Have a little stretch out, guys. Just rock your back out. So a really challenging move. It's quite difficult to switch your leg muscles off when we've got them both lifted. And you might be feeling that one in your hips as well. So the hip flexors are working quite hard just to keep your legs in that position. It's quite hard work. Okay, guys. Lovely. Well done. We're going to take it into our hamstring stretch now. So if you have a band, let's pop that over. Press your lower back into the floor, and then when you're ready, let's start to straighten this leg up nice and gently. Legs are a bit tight this morning, so just take it as high as you can. Try and get your leg nice and straight first of all. If you don't have a band, you can hold behind your thigh here, and we're just going to relax into it and breathe. So we're trying to isolate our hamstrings here. Just let those muscles soften there. Press your bum into the floor and point your toes back to your head now. Let's get more of a stretch there. And keep breathing. Good, let's bend that knee in. And then switching over in your bands if you have one. So hug that knee in. Keep your lower back pressed down. When you're ready, let's gently straighten that leg up. And we're going to hold it there and breathe. Nice deep breaths, and just let your thighs relax here, the back of the legs, give them a really good stretch out. Pressing your bum into the floor, gently point your toes back towards your head. Hello, hamstrings. And breathe. Lovely, guys. Let's bend that knee in. Okay, we're going to take it into the shoulder bridge now, so let's take your pillow away and then slide your heels a bit closer in towards your body, still keeping your feet and knees hip width apart. Okay, arms facing up, palms up, tucking in your chin. Let's do our preparation move before we do our full shoulder bridge. Okay, so let's inhale to prepare, exhale and lace your corset. And now tip your pelvis all the way back, so your lower back is now flush to the floor. Hold in there, and as you inhale, just roll your pelvis into neutral again, and we'll keep that going. So exhale, lace your corset, tip all the way back, pressing down firmly through your lower spine, and then inhale to come back to neutral. Just do a few in your own breath now. So let's just try to isolate our corset muscles here and our pelvis. Try to relax your glutes, okay? Just let your glutes and your hamstrings and your quads relax. And think about isolating your corset muscles to control this part of the move, this little move. Okay, we're just using our pelvis, loosening off all those muscles in the hips and the lower back. Relaxing your shoulders. Good, let's do one more. Good, let's just settle into neutral again. We're going to lift up into the full bridge. So your heels are comfortably close enough in and spreading your weight out into all 4 points of the feet. Let's inhale. Exhale, lace your corset. Start with your prep move, tip your pelvis back, imprint through your lower spine. We're going to start to peel the tailbone away, so keep your corset tight as you start to lift your spine up, lifting one vertebra at a time. Keeping your knees hip width apart, not letting them splay out, so spreading your weight into all 4 points of each foot. And if you can, you've got that slope now from your knees down to your shoulders, so your hips are lifted but your rib cage is down. Inhale, exhale, lace your corset, keep your pelvis tipped back and start to lay your spine back down, working from the top down to the bottom. So middle part of the back is coming down, then your lower back, and then your tailbone. And just keep that going now in your own breath. Okay, so isolate your corset and your pelvis. Get your corset to take the weight of the body now. It just helps to relieve the hamstrings if we use our core. Tucking in your chin as well. So you tuck your chin in, your neck will start to lengthen as you lift up into your bridge. Good, so think about just trying to relax your glutes and your thighs a little bit here, isolating the corset muscles so you're feeling controlled and balanced. You might be able to get a bit more movement into your spine as your muscles are loosened off now, curling through as much as possible. And your goal is to allow every part of your vertebrae to make contact with the floor at some point in your move. So just paying particular attention to your mid and lower spine. Lovely guys, let's do one more move. Lovely, can't be a shoulder bridge, my favourite move. So let's take your pillow back behind your head. This made my back feel so much better already. We're going to take it into the Z stretch now, so take your pillow back so your head's comfortable, and then we'll take the arms out wide. You can also bend your elbows if you're a bit tight for space like I am here. We'll cross your right leg over your left, or just bring your feet and knees together. And then let's gently lower both knees over to your left hand side, turning your head over to your right hand. Okay, keep your shoulder blades pulled back against the floor, especially that right shoulder blade. And just take a few deep breaths here. So as you inhale, and then exhale, let your hips really soften, let your thighs relax. So you might get a few little pops going on in the lower spine with this one, getting some nice rotation there. A really nice stretch down the side of the body and into your lower back. Just relaxing into that stretch. Okay, let's press down through your lower back as we gently push your knees back up to the middle, and then we'll cross the other leg over. And then gently lowering over to your right hand side as you pull your shoulder blades back, turning your head over to your left hand. And just take a nice deep breath in, and as you exhale, let your hips relax, let your thighs just sink a bit closer to the floor. I feel like when you do this stretch, if you really relax into the hips, you notice how much tension you were holding on in that area. Good, pressing your lower back down, gently push up to the middle. Let's uncross the legs, we'll take it into a full body stretch, so legs out straight one at a time, bringing the arms overhead and just point through your toes and fingers. Give your abdominals a really good stretch out now. And lengthen up into the spine, into your neck. Give your glutes a good squeeze, get a good stretch into the hips. and relax. Let's do that again. Give your glutes a really good squeeze. And relax here, guys. Good, well done. Just roll onto your side now. We're going to take it into prone alignment and do some work for the back muscles. So I'm just going to adjust my camera slightly. And obviously I won't join you for this one, but I'll just talk you through the moves that we're going to do. So taking it right round onto your front this time. And you're just resting your forehead onto the edge of your pillow. Your legs are hip width apart here. Arms in a W position, palms on the floor either side of your head with your elbows bent. Okay, so you want to pull away from a little ice cube at your belly button now. So we're going to lift away from that. Belly button up into your spine so your lower back isn't dipping down too much. And we've now got your spine into neutral, so working against gravity. We're going to start with some pseudo leg lifts. So we're going to go as if to lift one leg from the floor, and we're just going to keep that going, changing sides each time. So just similar to our pseudo leg lifts that we did on our front, we're now on our back, we're now doing it on our front, which is going to just try to target and isolate those lower back muscles. Okay, so belly button in. Let's inhale to prepare. Exhale to go as if to lift one leg from the floor now. So let your leg muscles tense up slightly and try to isolate your lower back muscles here. And then inhale to relax. We're going to change legs. So exhale, go as if to lift your other leg now. Just letting your leg muscles fire up slightly. Good, and then inhale to release. And just do a few on each leg now. So I want you to relax your foot and your lower leg and just think about tensing up into your upper thigh and just see if that allows you to isolate your lower back muscles a bit more. And we're still pulling away from that ice cube even when we're doing these leg lifts. Okay, and just see if you can feel your lower back muscles kicking in. Try to speak to those muscles and tell them you want them to fire up. And those muscles are getting prepared to take the weight of this leg from the floor. So a little bit trickier than when we were doing it on our backs, targeting our corset muscles. It's a little bit trickier to speak to our back muscles. Just keep sending that signal to them. Good, guys, and then just relax there. We're going to actually do leg lifts now. We're going to lift the leg from the floor. Okay, so belly button in. Let's inhale to prepare. Exhale to lift one leg from the floor, relaxing your lower leg and your foot now, lifting from your thigh. Good, and then inhale to lower back down. Changing legs. So exhale, lift your other leg away. Try to feel your lower back muscles kicking in. And inhale to lower. I'll let you do a few on each leg. Okay, so we're still pulling up into the spine, belly button in, away from that ice cube. Relaxing your lower leg muscles as much as possible. You can imagine you've got your helium balloon attached to the back of your thigh, just above your knee. And just helping to isolate into your lower back a bit more. Lovely, guys, making this your last move. Just relax down and have a breather here. So we're now going to work the muscles a bit further up into the back now. So this time we're going to lift up both arms together, lifting the hands as well. You can also lift your head and chest here if you want to, so only do that if your back is feeling up to it. If not, just stick with your arms on their own. So we're keeping your palms either side of your head with your elbows bent here. Let's pull up into the spine, away from that ice cube. Let's inhale to prepare. Exhale, lifting both arms, your head and chest if you want to, but keeping your chin tucked in. And then inhale and slowly lower down with control. We're going to keep that going. So exhale as we lift, keeping your neck nice and long here, your chin tucked in. And then inhale to lower. Spine belly button into the spine, so we're using our core to support our back. So if you are lifting your head and chest, I want you to keep your neck nice and long and keep your neck relaxed. So the move is actually targeting and isolating our mid and upper back muscles as opposed to our neck muscles. Okay, so just try to relax your neck here, soften your jaw. Keep it nice and controlled as you lower back down especially. Your shoulder blades are staying elastoplacid. Okay, and just relax down there, guys. Have a little breather. So we're going to do that same move just one last time, but this time we're going to let your heels relax out to the side. So just let your heels flop out either side. And by doing this, we're switching off those big glute muscles. So our glutes do support our back quite a bit. We're going to tell them to relax now so we can isolate our back muscles a little bit more. So you might feel that you can't lift up quite as high this time, so don't push it, listen to your back. If you want to just lift your arms on their own, then feel free to do that. So really important, we're still pulling our belly button up. Okay, so you'll feel your lower back pressing up slightly by doing that. So pushing up into your lower back muscles as your belly button tightens in, and that's going to protect our back here. Okay, heels relaxed out. Let's inhale to prepare. Exhale to lift both arms, head and chest if you want to. Keep relaxing into your neck. And then inhale and slowly bring it down, really with control. And just do a few. And you should really notice a difference now with those heels relaxed out. Okay, so we really are isolating the back muscles here. The mid and upper back muscles are working really hard. But keep it really slow and controlled. Lovely, guys. Just do one more in your own time. And then relax. When you're ready, I'll let you roll up onto your side and take it onto your hands and knees, and then we'll go back into child pose and have a good stretch. So just sit your bum back on your ankles, take your arms in front. You can have them out straight here, or your elbows, your forearms on the floor, whichever feels more comfortable. Using your pillow if you need some support for your neck. And just take a few deep breaths in this stretch. Take a nice deep inhale, send your breath into your diaphragm, towards your belly button. Feel your diaphragm expand downwards. Let your chest fill up with air, and as you exhale, just let all your back muscles really soften and relax. Relax into your hips. Just take a few deep breaths like that, using the diaphragm. And as you inhale, you'll feel your chest expand. You might feel your back muscles stretch out a bit more as your upper body expands with air. And as you exhale, relax your shoulders, relax your jaw and your neck. And if you want to get a bit deeper in that stretch, taking your knees further apart, feet together. Just keep your bum pushed back on your ankles. And if it feels comfortable, taking your arms out straight and just creeping your hands a bit further forward. Get a nice stretch right down the side of the back now. Think about lengthening your spine. The crown of your head is pulling away from your tailbone. Sliding your forehead along the floor, but keep your chin tucked in. And just breathe into that stretch. Get into those muscles that run right down into the spine. Okay, guys, we're going to think about getting ourselves back up to standing now. So just take your time when you're ready. Bring it back onto your hands and knees. And tuck your toes under. Use your hands to push back into your ankles. Keep your head down. Let's get a nice stretch as we roll ourselves up. So you can either walk up your thighs or just slowly uncurl the spine. Let your head lift up last. I'll just get my camera. into position for standing. Okay guys, good. So hope you're feeling okay now. You've got yourself back up, got a little stretch as you rolled yourself up there. Just give your circles a little roll out one way. Good, so lift up to your ears, pinch the shoulder blades back. Let's take it round in the other direction now. Good, and then we'll get into alignment now to finish off. Okay, so feet and knees hip width apart, your knees are a bit spongy. We'll get the pelvis into neutral, just letting it slot into place. And we'll keep your tummy muscles in slightly, relaxing your arms down. So let's inhale as we shrug the shoulders up to your ears, helium balloons on. Exhale as you melt your shoulders down and lengthen your spine, lengthen into your neck. Lifting your rib cage as well now, big inhale, lift your ribs up. Rib cage staying lifted now as we exhale to melt your shoulders and lengthen through your spine. Bringing your shoulders up one last time and turning your palms out to face the front. So you want to open outwards from the shoulders here, rotating outwards. Good, so we'll keep your ribs lifted and then we'll melt the shoulder blades down. Just feel them sliding down your back. And elastoplast them now so they're sitting flush against your rib cage as we relax your arms by your sides. Good, and lastly, without looking down, just thinking about keeping your weight evenly spread out into all four corners of each foot so that you feel balanced, you feel centered, and you feel grounded. Very well done. I really hope you enjoyed that class. As always, it's really great to hear from you. And I'll be back with another video next week. I hope you have a lovely weekend or a lovely rest of the week whenever you're watching this video, and I will see you very soon. Bye. Bye just now guys. Thanks.